Welcome, everybody, to a new week of Inside the PFL. Week 8, in fact. Actually, yes, week 8. That's right. Anyway, I am your host, Drac, as I am always, and as I'm always joined by the co-host. Here's Mike.
Hey, you guys get to deal with me for both the live things this week. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. So we had a lot of good matches this week.
Yes, we did. My division kicked ass this week.
Yeah, all 4 of your teams won for the Conference Cup.
Let's go.
You guys got a healthy lead for the Conference Cup as well.
Spoilers, if you want to win the Conference Cup, just be in my division. I've won it ever since that we got our buy-in back and we get a draft pick. Not saying we're going to win it again or anything, but I'll take my top 4 draft pick again. Thank you.
Well, we got 6 matches to cover that did not happen on stream. We got a few trades and pickups that were issued, as this is the last week of trades and pickups. And we're going to get a glimpse of the playoffs and stuff to come. So without further ado...
I can't believe we're already at the last week of trades and pickup.
Yeah, this season has kind of flown by.
Right? Damn.
Anyway, on to our first battle. A battle that just happened today, in fact. Leibo against LCD.
Hey.
Let's give this a play. So, something that should be kind of obvious from the team preview is that Leibo's got some great sustain and LCD not so much. But LCD's got some incredible offense. So, they kind of can counter each other in a way. And, you know, the way this plays out is it's a very tense and close match. Lots of back and forth going on. That's a lot of damage on Florges.
That's a lot of damage. It's almost like Florges is a shitty Pokemon.
Florges has 154 Spit F. It's crazy. Crazy amounts of damage.
I'm just not I like the Desert Rose name. God loved Leibo's names all the time.
Yeah, Leibo has great names. Always with
Always Sunny reference. But like, I mean, once you're doing it for so many seasons, you really do have to start getting the odd ones. And they're Manning Couch. Like, come on.
That's really funny. Come on.
I love it. I love that show. I also love this Jirachi being here right now. Oh, I really don't, because I've been on the other side of this before.
I don't love this. LCD, I respect the hustle. However, a little bit of an asshole.
You mean the Serene Grace?
Ironhead Serene Grace is a little bit of an asshole move.
It's the second shitty joke I made against you today. No, wait, that was yesterday with Crit Mattered.
Tangela is kind of a monster. It was eating those iron heads, like, no problem.
Like, no problem. Wait, who's hitting Banded Fire Blast? What?
Well, he hit Banded something when Nijia came in the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so he had Band for, like, Sucker Punch, Crunch, etc. Which is good, because if you Speed Creep for Scizor, you go before Bullet Punch, that's pretty nice. Oh, that miss.
Can we talk about how he went Oblivious for the Intimidate, and then
and then missed,
not take that, and then missed, right?
Honestly, great tech, and just
would have took left Lando right
miss.
out. Yeah, it was an unfortunate miss. And here we go again, where Rotom can't do shit to this Angler.
Nope. If only Rotom had Toxic. But I can see why you wouldn't bring Toxic against, like, Nijia, because then you just get set up on for free.
I guess.
Well, with the big Spit F, like, Hydro Pump's not going to cut it, and then you're possibly eating a Meteor Beam. I see why LCD ran T-Wave. I especially see why he ran T-Wave, considering he's got the Serene Grace Jirachi.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I wasn't questioning the T-Rave, just Toxic isn't necessarily bad either.
Yeah.
Slowing your opponent down and putting him on that annoying-ass thing, though.
I do like the sub on Houndoom, trying to potentially sub on an obvious switch, potentially into Rotom.
Right. Let him get the Dark Pulses off, probably 2 Dark Pulses at that point.
Yeah.
This is Defog, right?
LCD has been really good at staying on top of the momentum in this game, because every time Lando's hit the field, it's just been a U-turn.
It gets the Intimidate off and it leaves.
Yeah.
And here we go again.
Yeah. Again, I don't begrudge LCD for employing this strategy.
Yeah, it's the strat. It just sucks.
Yeah, it sucks to be on the receiving end.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, this Fireberry has been on Scizor every week.
It really has. And why not? You know?
I mean, I guess maybe that's part of the reason. I mean, it did get a kill this game, but like, Scizor is one of those Pokemon who can run so many items.
True, but against like LCD's team, how many Mons are you gonna be like setting up a Swords Dance or killing with Bullet Punch? You know?
Not even that. It's a good cheeky band. It's a good cheeky scarf, an assault vest. It's got a lot of good kits. Even just leftovers bulk.
Yeah, well, I believe that was a bulky Scizor.
I mean, I'm sure it was probably HP attack.
Well, I won't do any spread sharing, but
oh yeah, you actually help him.
Yeah, Leibo did consult some of my advice.
Leibo messaged me on Tuesday asking me for help, and I was like, dude, I have 2 games to prep for. Like, I don't have time for this. I felt bad, but it was also one of those things where while you're in my division, I can't help you win.
But Conference Cup.
Yeah, but me winning the division.
Hey, this knockoff is pretty good though.
Huge.
Yeah, getting the leftovers off Rotom.
Finite Dynamax, love it. It is turn 33 and only 2 Mons are dead on each side. Like, this has been a very arduous game.
Yeah, Tangler with the Regenerator and just resisting everything.
Just everything.
Ugh.
What is Serp gonna do here? Just get the Leaf. Oh, that.
Yeah, it's gonna do this. Fortunately, it breaks through.
Yeah.
Because that could have been.
Oh, he's
real
trying
bad.
again.
Yeah. Again.
Oh boy.
Don't begrudge him for the strategy. It's just it sucks to be on the receiving end.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Wipe some sweat off the brow there.
Yeah, except now this thing's gonna hit plus Sizzler's dead. Bye. Oh?
Huh.
What?
Yeah, the game might have been just over there if he had just hit Leaf Storm. Because, well, I guess Tangela could get 2 Regenerators off due to switching, and then sack Houndoom. So yeah, actually, maybe Tangela still just walled this thing with 2 Sludge Bombs. But I would have just hit Leaf Storm there.
100%. Love the wing beat.
Yeah, the wing beat tech was so clutch to get around the sub.
What the?
Flash
Fire.
Amazing ability. Scizor paired with the Flash Fire Mon is a timeless classic.
Scorching Sands, okay. And a Thick Fat Mon. Thick Fat Mon.
True, and a Thick Fat Mon, although it is neutral for Mammo.
So, I'm not good at figuring out what would have done more in situations.
Mm-hmm.
Would the stab neutral Dark Pulse have done more than the stab resisted Fire Blast?
With Flash Fire, I think Fire Blast is
better.
better.
Flash Fire boosts your fire attacks, not your special attack. That's
and on
right.
top of that, Fire Blast already has a much higher base power than Dark Pulse.
Right.
So
honestly, once you said the Flash Fire boost and just the fire part, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then, it's like double stab. But now Mammo can this is probably a knockoff? Nope, just Icicle Crash again. Okay.
Yeah, I like the Icicle Crash because, you can't just you can't hit EQ because everybody else is off the ground.
Yeah, that's true. It is true. Ooh, the missed Hydro Pump. That's huge.
Is it though? It's Tangela. We saw it hit before and do like 12%.
That's true. And then Lando.
Yeah, Lando, outside of regular ass fly, can't really hurt this Tangela.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's a Z-Fly Lando. We would have saw it already.
Well, we did see the Z Tectonic Rage.
Oh, did we? Oh, we did see the Z Ground. Okay. Sorry, it's 52 turns into the game. I kind of forgot.
But just like that, Leibo gets a +2. Paralyzed Tangela really carried this team.
Tangela put in the work.
Surprisingly so, because Tangela's a mon that I I'm kind of on. I'm kind of on a lot of Eviolite mons, to be quite honest.
I can't believe, honestly, that Tangela just walled this team so well.
Yeah, Regenerator plus Eviolite. Ooh, doggy.
Yeah, it's good. And good on Leibo. He got the +2. The 4-3 division lives.
4-3 division lives. You gonna be the 5-3 division next week?
We better be the 5-3 division next week.
I like that attitude.
Actually, well, I'm gonna be 5-3 in my division next week. I can't speak for my division mates.
Well, get colluding in the group chat in the Discord.
I can't help them win. I need to make playoffs.
Well, if you win, you're secure at the top of your division, so you just pretty much just need to win. Because aren't we like +4 ahead of Bic?
Yeah, but that's nothing. Vic can just sweep me +6 and we're good to go.
Well, regardless. Congrats to Leibo. That was a very good game for both of them.
It was
a lot
well
of the double
fought.
switches from LCD. He got like lots of clutch U-turns. Got the
Yeah,
momentum,
he had a lot of good reads. It was a very good fought game. It was just long because, you know, that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, Leibo's games do tend to go long. Anyway, on to the next game. Tristan against Mitch. Let's give that a play.
Hey, love to see this.
Oh yeah, you do love it. So, Mitch plays suspicious, to say the least, in this game.
What do you mean?
I mean, I know we say that every game, but really,
Like suspiciously bad?
yeah. So, what we're gonna see this game is that Mitch just hits fake out on low punny every single time, and every single time G Slowbro comes in with the Rocky helmet, and Mitch refuses to do anything else. Pretty much.
Yeah, but that's Mitch. That's not suspect. That's Mitch. That's right on cue.
Yeah, I like the knockoff with Regigigas. Regigigas so big.
Regigigas put the work in this game. Also, so did Torn.
Torn in general did a lot of work this week. Both
Look
Torns.
at Mitch trying to get cute and going with Swords Dance Gligar after Mario did it.
Like, what is Swords Dance Gligar even gonna hit?
If it had a flying move and a ground move, everything that I'm looking at besides Torn and Regigigas.
Not really, because I mean, you get doesn't who's a circuitry get something good for it? I highly doubt it can break Regigigas.
No, Circuitry gets nothing.
Doesn't
That'll help
Circuitry get
with-
like Surf or something?
I mean, I think Gligar is gonna live.
No,
due to
the Eviolite was knocked off.
Oh, the Eviolite was gone. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
was a good thing in principle if he was able to get it
Second
going.
fake out.
It's just Mitch. Hey, this is pure Mitch though. This isn't anything weird. It's business as usual.
I like
The
the
Scald there to me was actually sus because I purely thought that Ninetales or Caparaja was coming. Maybe he just doesn't have Flamethrower.
He might not have brought Flamethrower.
I mean,
think we see very many moves on Slowbro. That could have also been a great time to T-Wave, because you know Arctozalt's not coming in.
oh yeah, no.
Brick Break.
I loved the
amazing.
Brick Break. Once Regigigas came in, I was like, oh my god, he has Brick Break on this boy.
Yeah, Tristan just super did his homework.
You know, Tristan,
Right
he
on
has
cue.
a lot of his like comfort mons.
Yeah.
Tristan
Torn.
loves his slow boys.
High jump kick.
And
I
you're
could
dead.
not explain that.
I can. It's Mitch.
Quad
What was it?
resisted.
He's stupid. He's not going to realize, oh, I should probably hit return there.
Yeah, return really was the play, because low punny's not really hitting the field a second time.
Return was the play every single time low punny was out.
I agree.
Nothing on Tristan's team resisted it.
Nope. I imagine G Slowbro was made just to wall low punny, so it can probably eat a few. Oh, also I like Scarf Infernape with Tailwind on Torn. I like that combo a lot because that completely shuts down the Hail Core for Zolt.
Well, I mean, now that Sticky Webs is up, not so much. But yes.
Well, yeah, yeah, it still does. Because
he still goes first?
With Scarf and with Tailwind, you are faster than Hail's ult.
I
Because the
love
Scarf
it.
offsets the webs.
And you know what? I wonder what the banded Mach Punch Iron Fist would have done. Like, did he need to go that hard?
I would say yes, just because, I mean, Mach Punch has like kind of low base power, and the genetic fossil mons are quite tanky. I think it's like 90 across the board for results, so even with no investment, I imagine it's going to do like probably a little over half.
Wait, oh, he didn't have Tailwind up there, okay.
Yeah.
That miss kind of sucked too. I mean, it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game, but I still hate to see it.
I also just don't know why you would hit Stone Edge to begin with, because you can just hit like either Blizzard or even Bolt Beak against everything that's left.
Yeah, Xurkitree only wants one of those, and then it probably dies.
Yeah, I love Tristan throwing out the GG early because he knows he has his game plan of.
Well, he has Life Orb.
That's true. It is Life Orb, but
it's not even he had a game plan. It's just he had less than 10%
even if it wasn't Life
left.
Orb, Tristan still had it in the bag.
Yeah, you know, he still went for the Tailwind there on the off chance that for some strange reason the Life Orb stopped working.
Well, I think it was more that something had to die there. So I mean, Bulu's not eating the Blizzard, Infernape's not eating the Bolt Beak, Torn's at 1%.
It was good. I like how he did that without priority moves on Infernape.
Yeah, very well prepared by Tristan. Tristan loves his Tailwind.
Tristan loves his Tailwind, and he loves his slow Pokemon. Like, he's the only one to really back-to-back-to-back do Trick Room teams and just do well with them. Tristan's really good with those bulky slow boys.
I went 6-3 with a Trick Room team.
Once. Tristan did it. Yeah. I think he won with it.
Yeah, actually. He did win his championship with his Trick Room team. That is true.
One of his Trick Room teams. I remember he drafted a team and like he had 2 Mons that might have had higher than 80 base speed, and he didn't even bring Trick Room every week, and he still beat everybody. Like,
I mean the other I joined the league after Tristan, but the other Trick Room team I remember he had like Hat and who's the Deoxys that we beat? Deoxys Defense and Clawitzer, and I don't think he made playoffs that season, but I mean it's still a tough team to go up against. Like
there was definitely a season. It's good. He's good with it.
Yeah, Tristan's just a strong battler. Well, what else is there to say?
Mitch didn't lose to Banded Bulu this time either.
Yeah, he lost to Scarf Infernape. It very well could have been Banded Bulu too.
Probably.
Anyway, congrats to Tristan securing the top of his division. Next game. Kyle against James.
I didn't watch this. It was too late last night.
I don't know what James is really doing this game. I know James loves his weird sets. However,
7%.
Yeah, and then immediately staticked.
Oh my god.
Now, James does love his weird sets.
He really does.
There's quite a few weird sets this game. I like that switch into Blossom.
I love that he brought Blossom to a game. What the hell?
Oh. Okay, double back. Yeah, I'm not sure who the Dublade check really is on James's team. But I guess Celesteela can hit Flame Charge.
I fucking love it.
Well, he is building up the toxic damage and the slow chip on Zapdos, so that's pretty good.
Except for that.
Yeah. Except for
See, this would have been cool if I didn't get paralyzed.
Yeah, the static bird. Oh. Oh! Quiver Dance. No. Hello.
He's still slower. Come on.
No Blossom will be faster at +1. Zapdos isn't speed invested.
Strength's up.
Strength's up.
Hey!
Heyo.
Yeah, but what's he do here?
I would have Quiver Danced again.
I 100% would have Quiver Danced. Oh yeah, Quiver Dance right now.
Nope. I don't know why he just keeps hitting Moonblast when this is another just free setup turn.
He probably could have got to like 2.5 in each and almost swept with it.
He will have had many times to have the potential to sweep with Blossom, but he kind of lets Blossom go in a weird way, as we'll see in a little bit. But listen, right now, if you're from James's perspective, you're doing great, right?
The strength ups of the toxic kills, the fucking disrespect.
Well, I think James was just predicting a roost, or even a switch.
I love this. I absolutely love
what
this.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna. Oh, well, it already happened. I was gonna pause and say, what would you do here if you were James, Mike? You would have hit strength step, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, I think James just neglected to run a calc or take into account how bulky T-Tar is with the sand
T-Tar's
up.
in the sand, yeah. Also, there could have been a million sets that could have been. Like, if that was a banded T-Tar, I don't know if the strength step would have mattered and stuff like that. Ooh, taunt.
Yeah, that's true. But I think...
Although,
I don't
you would
think
have
many
been at,
people
like,
were
full health.
considering... Yeah, I don't think many people would be considering, like, oh, well, this must be banned, so let me just do the damage while I can. I would have just hit
That's
strength
true.
step every single day of the week.
Yeah, I agree. It's almost free. Oof, and it's gone. Okay. Static Bird's gone too.
Yeah, so the big tank core is gone from Kyle's side. So even though...
Minus Chestnut.
Yeah, minus Chestnut. Chestnut is a big old bitch. He's fat.
Oh boy, this is a try attack. Oh no, just Thunderbolt. Okay. Oh, Steal it would resist. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Thunderbolt is kind of like...
Pokecoco. I thought this was gonna be okay, that turn did not go down as I expected. I expected T-Bolt and Chestnut respectively.
When he's hit sub, I thought a Calm Mind was coming and it was gonna be like Degleam T-Bolt and then Kyle was gonna lose. That's what
You're
I
running
thought. Physical
Coco without Wild Charge?
I mean, I see the reason why you wouldn't run Wild Charge. And Coco has higher base attack, but he doesn't really get many great damaging moves for being so fast.
This Steela has been below 50% health since turn 1.
It really has.
And it is not going anywhere soon by the looks of it. Okay, and now we sack Azumarill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the try attack. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't think. Okay. Okay. Is this Specs PZ?
I believe it is Scarfed. Yep. Adaptability Scarf is kind of nasty.
Mm-hmm. Is that the way the cookie crumbles?
Well, it doesn't exactly kill Celesteela.
Paralyzed? Nope. Okay.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of fine, actually, because what else is PZ doing here? Like, okay, maybe you can T-Bolt to finish off Celesteela.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
+1 special D. I love the Psyshock to get around the special D. Not that he was probably anticipating, if it's boosting special defense Celesteela. But I do like Psyshock, even though it's resisted.
Man, I wonder if that Flame Charge would have got it above Zam.
No, it's paralyzed.
Without the paralyze, I mean.
Without the para? What's Celesteela?
Sturdy! I forgot about Sturdy! Oh my god. This game has me at the edge of my seat, Drac.
Oh, what do you think's gonna happen now with Chestnut at 100%?
Spiky Shield.
Yeah, when I was watching this, I was thinking Spiky Shield was coming, but okay. It hits Drain Punch.
Okay.
It accomplishes the same thing. Does Crust look at Aerial Ace?
I don't know. That was a game.
Yeah, that was a fun game to watch. James was doing some wild stuff as he always does.
Look it! I was right. James thought he might have been banded, so he left.
Ah.
If you were choiced, I probably dead.
Choice band T-Tar to the rescue. Yeah. Hey.
Oh,
James,
he was choiced.
Yeah, James had a good call.
Look at Mike. He was banded T-Tar.
Yeah. Although you did only make that prediction with hindsight.
After he hit it, and then I went, wait. He had 2 choice locked funds. That's ballsy.
I mean, hey, banded T-Tar.
Hey,
okay, like Ice Punch, Crunch, Stone Edge, and like random 4th move. Super duper hits everything on the squad.
Oh, not arguing. 100%, hell yeah. And especially because with that big special D, unless like Azumarill is coming in, it's living.
Right.
Good game to Kyle and James. That was a very good game.
Yeah, that was very entertaining to watch. I do like that that Blossom kind of did some work, even though
I love that he could have won the game with Blossom.
Yeah, it was so close, but just wasn't in the stars. Kyle had the banded Tyranitar.
T-Tar. Different Different
Rockmon. Good stuff to Kyle. Big old +1. Next game. We got M1 against Hunter. This is another game where M1 played really, really well. Because we talked about how well he played against Pick last week. And this week he also brought his A game.
Look at that burn, though.
Yeah. M1 had one goal in mind. He saw that there was no removal on Hunter's side. He's like, Rocks turn 1. Easy.
This scared me. I held my breath there. Because like
he already used his burn luck. It's not going to happen twice.
If he burned him though, like what was his answer for Gastrodon?
Well, I guess we'll see how Gastrodon dies.
Well, right, but that's just like right now. I don't remember the outcome of it. I just remember M1 winning.
Yeah.
I also remember that this Mienshao put the work in.
Yeah, these past 2 weeks actually, Mienshao has really put the work in.
It's a great mon. I almost took it this season in one of the leagues, but it got taken before I was able to. I think it was this one actually.
Kind of a steal at 100 points.
Yeah, faster generator, great, especially paired with faster generator Torn. Like, come on now.
Ooh yeah, and the fast pivot on Megmanectric.
Yeah, fast pivot on all three of them.
Yeah, dude, crit and confusion in the same turn. You hate to see
Huge. Well, that really depends on what side you're on, and it's gone.
Yeah, and it's gone. So yeah, Torn gets Grass Knot, Hatterene gets Power Whip, and Duraludon's gone.
And it's gone. Torn doing it. Actually hitting. This is what happens when Torn hits.
Yeah, Torn is just a monster when it actually starts.
Only if it hits.
Only 270% moves.
Torn is a monster 70% of the time. Why are you hitting the Stone Edge over the bug move?
Well, it is. He sort of played his hand a little hard by bringing in Buzzwole hard onto Torn like that.
Scarfed.
Yeah, it's scarfed. Gotta be scarfed.
+1 attack now, too.
Yeah, you do get the Manectric, and he's locked into Stone Edge, so not a super big threat, you know, as we see.
And it's gone.
Yeah, M1 just hit what's in front of him this whole game, and it.
I was gonna say that this seemed like your patented Unga Bunga Pokemon here.
Well, that's a great strat if all of your mons are faster than all of the mons on your opponent's side. It's
right, except for Hatterene, of course.
Yeah.
That was an interesting play. Oh, he probably thought Lele was coming in.
Yeah, predicting Lele to come in. And wow, body press on Snorlax. Snorlax not really known for its Fizz Def.
It might have had Curse.
Oh, true. But even then, I don't think like it's living a Life Orb CC. Gadoosh.
That's so much damage.
Yeah, Mienshao has 125 attack with Life Orb, so no joke. Big ol' damage. Quick 16 turns.
Very quick. Good win by M1.
Yeah, good win for your division as well. 3 for the Conference Cup. You all remain 4-3.
Hey.
Congratulations, M1. Next game. Oh, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, top 4 draft pick, 3rd season in a row. Let's go.
All right. Oh, it's my match against Manny. This was a really fun game to watch in retrospect. However,
this was great.
In the moment, it was a big ol' sweat.
Listen, I don't want to bring losers on to Inside the PFL because, you know, they lost. I really wanted Manny to come on and just talk about how he put Explosion or Destiny Bond out of 4 of his 6.
Yeah, that could have been fun.
Like I love it. What a way to try and beat somebody. Like if he timed that debond better at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, we'll see the debond.
I don't remember what you had left, like in that situation, but it definitely would have been hilarious if he did time it right, at the very least.
Yeah. So Clefable is kind of not in a great spot. It took that Let's Snuggle Forever turn 1. And we didn't super talk. We talked about the preemptive explosions and the debonds already. So all right, nobody's toxic yet, because at a certain point in the early game, I get like 3 of his mons toxicked.
Yes, you do, because he kind of lets you. He just kind of keeps pivoting, and you just keep going. Okay, nope, you get a toxic.
Whoop. Time to toxic. Whoop.
Like there, that was a good read, knowing he was going to volt switch. I mean, what's he going to do? Hit T-bolt there?
Yeah, and he's not going to explode. Like, yeah, whatever. Even if he T-bolts, I just heal through it with recover. So
that tailwind was huge. Tailwind explosion, amazing. I'm surprised he didn't. He probably didn't have it, but I'm surprised that wasn't a parting shot. Or
well,
U-turn. Why would you just hard leave?
Well, okay, so he didn't bring parting shot because of Sableye, because what happens with parting shot?
Oh, magic bounce, it would force you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I would be the one with the pivot, not him.
But that, first of all, that can screw you too. Unexpected. I've thought about doing that to people to just, okay, you leave now. But like, even a U-turn there, because Savali gets lots of pivot moves.
Well, that dude, sub Kyurem I wasn't
that was huge.
Super prepared for. I had Dazzling Gleam pretty much just for Scrafty, because otherwise, like, bulk up Scrafty could just set up on Sableye.
He got
kind of fortunate.
Was it this? Was it right now? He gets the low roll on Ice Shard or Ice
he gets
Spear?
2 hits.
Yeah, he only needed the 3rd one too.
I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. The end result would have been the same. Cobalion comes in and kills Kyurem because he didn't have Earth Power.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it. I mean, it sucks to get a low roll. However, the end result, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because he got a good roll on Cobalion. He hit it 4 times, and then.
Yeah, so even if it was 5, Cobalion was fine.
I'm actually surprised he didn't switch there, but it was probably because rocks were up, and I doubt he was heavy duty boots.
Yeah, I doubt he was heavy duty boots. It was probably Kyurem a Z captain? No, Miwaki's a Z captain. Yeah, so he couldn't have had it.
Actually, he might have been boots. I can't remember the order of rocks coming out, but he did take some damage because he wasn't at full health. Oh wait, was he? I don't fucking remember. He might have been boots.
I think I hit rocks on the turn Kyurem came in, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another thing. This crit explosion actually made the game as close as it was, because I had the Sigilith set up so that it could basically just set up on anything, like provided that it wasn't like Kyurem or Venusaur or something, and the crit super duper mattered because Full Switch was not going to 2-tap and I could have just roosted through it, but whatever. That's the game we play.
He fucking hit explosion 2 turns in a row.
Well, okay, from his perspective, he kind of had to, because first of all, Regieleki was dead to rocks, and it was just
I know, but it was still funny.
I messed up this Bolton spread. I thought Mimikyu was 94 speed, not 96, so it ended up being 1 slower instead of just 1 faster than Kyurem.
Oof.
So that was my bad.
There's that burn. This is the Destiny Bond that was just too early, but I mean, I would have hit it here too.
Right, because even if I had got... The funny part is even if I had gotten all 5 hits, it was just died to burn, and D-Bond would not have killed me.
Right. But still, like that... I'm also surprised there was no Drain Punch. But who knows?
I mean, what's Drain Punch hitting on this team? Like, Cobalion still hard walls it. I mean, Sigilith quad resist. My tank core resists or is immune. So
that's true.
Hilarious. Explosion is pivot, like you always say.
I know I saw it once before, but it's still goddamn hilarious.
Yeah,
and then Colossal just winning.
Yeah, Colossal just wins. I was the Shuckaberry, so even if he had packed Earth Power, I was gonna live. I was max HP, max SPDF with You know what's crazy? Max HP, max SPDF lives a +2 life orb, earth power.
Damn.
Colossal big.
Colossal big.
That's a much more entertaining game to watch than it was to play. That's how I'll say.
Oh god, I have tears in my eyes. I love it. I absolutely love it. He's a monster.
But yeah, Manny played great. I was fortunate enough to have like the right sets for with Colossal and everything, and
right.
Yeah.
And as you said, like I don't really think that time to debond would have made too much of. Oh wait, Colossal would have been dead. Yes,
No.
It would have made a huge difference.
No, because even if I had gotten all 5 hits, Mimikyu would have been at like 2%.
If he timed it different. If he hit it the next turn.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you would have went for the kill.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's also the issue of like, okay, he thinks the Stonage is probably going to kill Mimikyu, so he doesn't want to hit deep on the next turn, like hoping it'll miss or something. So from his perspective, the debond was the right play. And
again, from his perspective, I was hitting debond that turn. Goodbye, Mimikyu. I actually thought you were going to hit Overheat and just fucking end his career, but the Rock Blast worked too.
Yeah, that was a good game. That's the type of Pokemon you love to see.
Absolutely.
Crazy stuff. Wild RNG in both directions.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide
Squad? It's also hilarious because Joe was saying when he was calculating King of the Kill stuff, Manny got more kills than me that game because he hit Explosion 3 times. Yeah.
That's amazing. You absolutely love to see it.
Anyway, last game, one more game to cover, and it's your game, Mike.
Hey.
It is. I'm gonna give it the game of the week, and I haven't made the thumbnail yet, but I think I'm gonna give it to Arcanine just because when I watched it, it felt like Arcanine did the most work despite not getting the most kills.
It was because Audino was there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of oofing. Me not realizing that this is Rotom Frost and not Rotom Fan.
Oh, you thought it was Rotom Fan?
Mm-hmm. You see it in the chat. I actually say it, and then Joe messaged me like in the middle of the game. He's like, "How do you not know the difference yet?"
You know what? Fair. How do you not know the difference?
Because it's an F, and I just go Fan because I forget that Rotom Freeze exists.
Okay, but then you see the 40 points next to it.
So we were talking, me and Dave, afterwards because I couldn't figure out what Audino's 4th move was. It was Grass Knot, specifically for Quagsire.
Huh.
But he just did it. He said that it calced somewhere around 50%. So he was trying to get me down maybe with a cheeky Toxic, and then when I wasn't expecting it, hit Grass Knot. Because you can see that this whole game, Audino just gets in the way.
Oh, I agree. Audino is a fantastic Mon.
It was at this turn, right now, where I realized that Audino was going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I went, I can't just barrel through this bitch.
I actually remember, I guess, an extremely similar situation when I was prepping to fight Bick for the playoffs when I had Audino and he had Nidoqueen, that I needed to be basically full SPDF Audino to get around Nidoqueen. Otherwise, Nidoqueen just killed it. So that didn't catch me by surprise, but I'm sure, from your perspective, it was like, oh no,
yes.
What am I done? What's happening?
It was I definitely had an oh shit moment because I take Donphan out early and I start like looking at what I have to do and I'm like, I really need to just outplay this. This play to me was amazing. I had no idea Gengar was coming in. I just wanted to hit something hard.
If I was you, I would have been scared at Scarf, to be quite honest.
My logic there was either I'm going to find his Scarf right now or kill something.
All right, that's fair.
Here, I didn't expect Custop. Part of me wanted to go back into Electros.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Right, but I didn't, obviously. But because I was just like, screw it, I'm going to kill Donphan right now. I'm done with this. But I just stayed ahead of him from this point of the game. Like, the whole time, I refused to let Gengar sit behind a sub. Like, he got me with this one cheeky switch. But besides that, I just stayed ahead of him.
Yeah, and it is really intimidating facing down Dave's team because you know he loves the setup moves. So when you're prepping, you have to super duper not let him do that, and that means potentially, you know, sacrificing something or letting you'll take some extra chip just so that you can volt switch on, you know, a potential sub. So
well, that's another reason that I wanted to hit it with Dragapult there. I was like, he's either gonna try and set up on me here or leave. I need to take the chance and try and kill it.
yeah.
But yeah, this I brought back the old Mike special here. It wasn't banded, but it was scarfed.
Hey, it's a classic for a reason. But
it
hey,
works.
You know what? If it had been banded, you could have broken Autono.
Yeah, but I think I lost. There was something on his team that he didn't bring that I was worried about trying to get over. I can't remember.
Potentially Espeon?
It could have been, but I also just remember going, man, if I Scarf Arcanine, I don't really have to worry about shit, so.
Yeah, fair. Autono eats this Flare Blitz.
Eats it. And I really didn't want Arcanine to get toxic because chip damage on Flare Blitz is enough. So
yeah, you don't want your Flare Blitz mon to be chipped.
At this point in the game, I was really trying to get Mandy in clean because I kind of thought that Autono might have D-Gleam, and I didn't want to take any chip damage and get toxic, and I was really trying to knock it off. I thought he was going to leave there, so I wanted to pivot.
Okay. Yeah, I see why. Because Absol does get like Ice Beam, so if it's some cheeky mixed build, Mandy could be in trouble, although Mandy's extremely tanky.
These Drain Punches absolutely saved my game, just keeping Eel alive, because he was just my hard in almost every time.
Yeah, you've been using Electros to some fantastic work.
I love him. He's such a good Pokemon.
It's pretty much just been the AV set every time, right?
Yeah. I think one week I ran Leftovers, and I don't think I won that week.
Well, I mean, hey, he's got all the coverage with Drain Punch.
And Giga Drain if I wanted.
Yeah, and Giga Drain, man. Eel just has such a good kit for an AV pivot.
And then just, I remember that I was really worried about Absol and Dragonite both setting up, so this was very obviously unaware.
Yeah,
I almost hit Toxic there. I hit Toxic first, and then went, oh god, that's Mega Absol, no.
Dude, if you had gotten Magic Bounced, how mad would you have been?
Very. Because I forget what point in the game it was, but I realized that if I played it right, like not to sound cocky, but I kind of knew that I had the game once Autono was my only problem, and I knew I was unaware, so Dragonite wasn't going to sweep me as long as Quags was there. So I started trying to play for plus.
Okay, yeah, respectable. All you'd have to really be worried about is Absol him getting a read on you and bringing in Absol to set up essentially. Although even then you still have Quagsire, so
right. The only thing I was really worried about is if Dragonite also got Grass Knot, so I had Joe check in the middle of the game.
Why?
And he was like, "No,
just check yourself."
I was very in the heat of the moment, and Dragonite wasn't even in, and I was, Joe, go check if Dragonite gets Grass Knot, otherwise Quagsire wins this. Because, like, he says at one point, he's like, damn, I really thought Dragonite was going to go off. And I was like, or no, I froze him, and he thought that it mattered. I was like, bro, I was unaware. You weren't breaking Quagsire with Dragonite.
Yeah, I imagine the Dual Wing Beat's going to do something in the nature of 35.
Right, I wasn't that worried about it when I had Ice Beam and Recover.
Yeah.
Him not having Protect and having Heal Bell is definitely what made it so I was able to get around this. Otherwise, I wasn't.
Well, you did Toxic it very early on, so
that's true.
If he didn't have Heal Bell and he had Protect instead, then I think you still would have been good.
Oh, and he didn't want to reveal his hand here. That's why he kept hitting Toxic.
Yeah. So what you said about him using saving it for Quagsire.
Yeah,
it makes sense now. Why he's just hitting Toxic and not revealing the fourth move. Yeah,
because like that was
Wish Fizzle.
That was definitely me and Joe's biggest question. Like, what is the last move here? Actually, if I remember right, here it is. Absol does get a Sword Stance off, and so I send Joe my Poke Paste, and he goes, well, why do you have Scarf E-Speed? Like, if Gengar's Scarfed, you can't hit it. And I went, because priority is good. And then this turn happened, and Joe messaged me. He goes, I'm sorry for questioning you.
Hell yeah, you love to see it.
Actually, that Arcanine was a really big tech specifically for Absol. That was justified. I wanted to eat the knockoff and have Absol under 60% because E-Speed would have killed it.
Dude, talk about a bad turn for Dave. He
Really,
misses the
though?
wind beat, then gets frozen.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. But this game really was just me systematically taking his team apart. Like, I was very proud with my team. I again messaged Joe. I was like, I don't like the offense on my team, but I love the defense on my team.
Yeah, you played extremely well. Like, I could potentially give, you know, every Mon in on your squad like the title spot or the thumbnail.
They all pulled their weight this week. All 6 Pokemon that came to my squad all showed up to the match, and they all did what they needed to do.
Yeah, you just played perfectly, essentially.
It was good. There was one Mon that I was... Corviknight. I was really worried about him bringing Corviknight, but Arcanine actually 2-tapped.
Yeah, that's nice.
So,
I guess the only issue would be if it's potentially like an Iron D, but that's neither here nor there because he didn't bring that.
Flamethrower or Thunderbolt. I had one of those moves on Nidoking for that exact situation.
Ah, okay. That's nice.
So I was ready for Corviknight, and then as soon as I didn't see it, I was very excited. But it was a good game.
Yeah, and you know, you retain the 4-3 division, and you're at the lead.
Yeah, this is my second +6 ever, and they're both in the same season.
Hell yeah. And unfortunately for Dave, he's 0-7 now.
Yeah, Dave isn't having too good of a season this year. He said he got froze like 4 times this year.
Ugh. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. I told him at least this one didn't decide the game for.
Well, I guess that wraps it up for our matches.
Yes, sir.
Next up, let's look at the standings. I will bring it up for you in just a second. Let me rearrange my windows. The standings are here. All right. So, Mike, you are +4 over Bick at the top of your division. The 4-3 division, the Hitmonchan division. How you feeling going forward?
Not safe. Actually, looking at the way it is, I may have guaranteed myself a wild card spot, possibly just being +19 in the 4-3s because I think I have the best 4-3 record.
You do. You have the best.
I also want it noted. I have the best plus, except for Nijia, with less wins. Like, I have more than Jim. I have more than Vangi. You. This is weird for me. I'm having a very uncharacteristic Mike season because normally I end the season like +11.
Well, you're doing what you need to. You've got a big, fat, disgusting defensive core and Dragapult and
Dragapult
and Nidoking.
And Dragapult, whom every week I do not like, and Mario just shakes his head at me and he's like, "It's so good." I'm like, I just can't. It is good.
You blew up Donphan. You got like the one check to Eel out of the way like immediately that game.
It was very useful, honestly, being able to free Volt Switch. But this division, it kind of sucks because we're not there yet. But I looked at the standings. M1 is the only one not running for a playoff spot right now. Well, has one. Everybody else, if the playoffs happen next week, would be in
well, I mean, if M1 finishes 6-3, that's a pretty good contender for a play-in spot.
Oh, no, you're right. I mean, again, if playoffs started next week, M1's the only one in my division.
Right. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes forward.
I agree. Next week's another Conference Cup for everyone in my division, and then the final week are the 2 rematches.
Right. I think the rematches are M1 and Leibo. And
you are correct.
Yeah, you and Bick.
Anyway,
you are correct. Hitmonlee division. Jim, 5-2, +18. Kyle and James are going to need to do some work if they want to catch up, and Jim's going to need to lose. But Jim is sitting pretty comfortable at the top. If he just gets one more win, he's clinched the top seed of Hitmonlee.
And also, I think Kyle just kind of played Ruiner for James this week.
He kind of did.
If James was 4-4 at the end of this week, he would have been in a much better... Sorry, 4-3.
He would, that's true. They both have some mountains to climb if they want to get that play-in spot. They basically have to win out.
Yeah, and big, too. Because 10-8 is not good when the other 4-3s are 19, 15, 13.
Yeah, 12, 13. Yeah. Anyway, Polyrath Division. Vangi sitting comfortably at the top. 5-2 plus 17. LCD though. 4-3 plus 13. So
Yes, sir.
some potential mixing up going on there. Manny is the worst 3-4, I believe. Yeah, 3-4 plus 6.
Yep.
He's got the toughest road out of anybody who could possibly make playoffs, I think.
I don't think he's making playoffs.
It looks very unlikely.
M1 will make playoffs before he does. And that's nothing against M1, it's just looking at the numbers.
Yeah, I agree. Manny's got a tough road ahead, but hey, maybe he can play Runer. Maybe he can. Who else does he play? Does he play Vangi again? Is that the last week?
I don't know who his rematch is.
Yeah, it would be kind of hard for him to play Runer for Vangi since Vangi he's got a pretty good plus, pretty good score.
And even
Hunter's mathematically eliminated.
Yeah, Hunter's been out for a while now.
Breloom Division. Ooh, boy, buddy. Nijia, huge plus. 5-2 plus 23. I'm right on his heels, though. 5-2 plus 18. So if I just, I get one win over Nijia, Nijia takes a loss, all of a sudden I'm leading the Breloom.
Hey.
I would love to make it to playoffs without having to play a best-of-1 play-in. But we'll see how that goes.
I keep looking at your division, and it's like it's the biggest gap.
It is. Yeah, Dan, Toon 5 plus 8. Pretty much guaranteed eliminated. Dave, 07, mathematically eliminated.
Right.
Tristan, Primate Division, yeah. Tristan, 5-2 plus 13. Mitch and Jack tied for second with 4-3 plus 12. And Sheedge, 3-4 plus 8.
I tried for you, Jack. I almost got you that plus 5. Moltres had to flinch. Stupid Firebird. Stupid Firebird. I would have missed with Fire Blast anyway, let's be
honest. That sounds like a cope to me.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, this is like the most competitive season we've had, I think. Everyone is very close.
It's really hard for me to track because, except for maybe last season, this pretty much is almost always how my division looks. Maybe not with everybody with the same record, but with at least 2 people fighting for first. Like I'm normally in a pretty close division, but yeah, it's a pretty close league this year with what, 7 people at 4-3 right now. It's almost half the league is at 4-3.
Yeah, because I think Hunter and Dave kind of, they're eating the losses for everyone else, which is unfortunate to say, and it's not meant to be disparaging to them, so I'm sorry if it sounds that way.
They're just having bad seasons. I mean,
yeah,
so is Dylan. 2-5. That is not like Dylan. Dylan is normally one of the at least playoff contenders. So a lot of people are just having off seasons. It happens.
Well, that wraps it up for the standings of the PFL. So let's look at the King of the Kill.
Fuck you, Mitch.
Arctazult pretty much always picks up like at least 2 kills every week. But hey, that's how you get top of the King of the Kill sometimes. So Mitch piloting Hail's ult with 13 kills. Mega Pidgeot. Sheedge has been playing out of his mind with Pidgeot. I love it. The way he's been using it. 12 kills.
I love it.
Feeny and Serp tied for 3rd with 11. Rillaboom solo 5th with 10 kills. And then we got a big old tie for 6th with 9 kills. And surely there are more Mons.
I'm fairly sure Dragapult's at 9 or 8 too.
I would totally believe that. Mian Shao making an appearance on King of the Kill. Put in some good work these last 2 weeks.
Hey, yeah. Actually, I don't know who Porigami is. They're the only person with 2 Mons on the screen.
That is Nijia.
That's Nijia. Okay, and it's Raikuga Ninja. Duh. All I really had to do was look at the Pokemon and not the team name. I could have figured that out. But nobody's really locked it up yet. This can still be anybody's King of the Kill.
Oh, for sure.
Still a close race.
It's gonna get spicy, especially if somebody potentially like throws away a play-in spot just to get some extra plus for King of the Kill. We've seen people lose trying to save plus, so it can happen.
I agree. It can happen.
All right, next up, let's look at the trades and pickups. First up, we've got Dan, who dropped, if I bring it up, he dropped Barbaracle and Zebstrika for Sharpedo and Drifblim. Now, I am not a super huge fan of this change.
What did he drop for Drifblim and Sharpedo again?
Barbaracle and Zebstrika.
I don't like not having an electric type. Fast electric type's good. Electric type's good.
Fast electric types are good. He does have some speed with Unburden Drifblim and Speed Boost Sharpedo, but their damage doesn't really wow me. And when your main damage is coming from like Victini and Girder, I guess he's going like full stall and then hoping that Sharpedo can, like a Life Orb Sharpedo can just clean up late game. But I would have liked to see a bit more hyper offense mons when you're sitting alongside P2, Venusaur, Reggie, Steel,
I agree.
Trotagun.
He doesn't have a lot of punching power. I mean, Rabambi with a couple quiver dances can punch some holes, but yeah, at first glance, like, there's not a mon I'm looking at this team outside of Victini where I'm like, I'm gonna get blown the fuck up. This is all, how do I survive the stall?
Right.
I mean, on the opposite side of that, like, Mega Venusaur has a pretty decent special attack.
Yeah, it's got
I've
like
gotten a
120.
+6 with just Registeel before. P2 can hit really hard, so like at least his defensive mons hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean the only real explosive mon I think is Victini, which when I'm prepping and I see an explosive mon, you always got to have an idea in the back of your mind about how to deal with that. But when I see Dan's team, I kind of just get the idea like, okay, well I need to spec so that I don't get like 2-tapped by Venusaur, so I can always switch in stuff like that. So
I don't see any holes.
Well,
like there's not one type that you can really bring to screw Dan up. So I mean, at least that's good. He's got like a solid team, but again, as you said, I don't know if he's got enough power to punch through, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I'm sure he's got plans in mind. He probably looked at his upcoming games and decided, well, Sharpedo and Drifblim, they got to do it. Or hey, maybe he's playing Ruiner for somebody next week. Maybe that's why.
Hey,
I guess we'll see in his matchup this week, and maybe Sharpedo just kind of eats through whoever he's fighting.
It's dangerous to do that though, because they're going to be expecting it to come. But yes, we'll see.
We will see. So, the next change, we've got Jim, who dropped. Who did he drop? Let me take
I don't know. Shaman and Persian are new though.
He dropped Wigglytuff and Amoonguss for Shaman and Alolan Persian.
He dropped Amoonguss?
He did drop Amoonguss, and he also made Starmie the Cozy captain.
Okay, I like that.
He already
Starmie gets lots of moves.
Yeah, he already had a poison type, so.
And we have Z Parting Shot now from Persian.
Yeah. Persian is sneaky fast, 115 speed, and also gets like Fur Coat, it gets Technician.
Also Z Hypnosis.
Okay. I don't know if it gets Swords Dance or something, but it's got like 60
nasty
attack, so.
It's a nasty plotter with Dark Pulse and T-Bolt.
But
even after a nasty plot, its special attack is still not that high of a number. I remember I actually just got it in a random battle not the other day, and I was like, yo, Mario. Hello, I'm Persian. Okay. Solid okay. I can't believe he got rid of Amoonguss. That is one of his boys.
Yeah, well.
Maybe... No, because he's got so many Psychic Resist. Like, why the hell would he give a shit? I don't know. That's the only thing.
Yeah, who knows?
It might have been hard to put Fortress and Amoonguss on the same team with the fire. Although, shit, he picked up Fur Coat and Shaman, so that doesn't help him. I got nothing. Well, Jim's got a problem with fire. I mean, Heatran's got Flash Fire. Jim's got a little bit of a problem with fire.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Dry Skin on Toxicroak, like your only other resist is Archeops, who doesn't really want Glancing Blows anyway.
Right, because you risk losing your buffs.
Yeah.
And even Starmie doesn't have that big of physical defense, so like, it's not taking the Mike special more than 12.
Well, we'll see what he has planned.
We'll see.
Maybe Shaman and A Persian just go off this week, and we'll.
I actually love Shaman. I wish it was better. I love Shaman.
Yeah, Shaman's one of those mons that you think like, okay, hundreds across the board, Seed Flare.
Seed Flare's so good!
Yeah, 40% chance to drop your Spadef by 2 stages. Its only issue is that it gets next to no coverage. It gets like Dazzling Gleam and Air Slash, and that's about it.
Yeah, and it gets no recovery.
It gets Synth and Leech Seed, but even then...
Oh, it does get Synth, okay.
If you're bringing either Synth or Leech Seed, you're, sacrificing some coverage for it, so...
The double Natty Cure is nothing to shake a stick at in Starmie and Shaman.
Yeah, Natty Cure is great.
And he's got the 2 steel types and a toxic type, or a toxic type and a poison type.
He's doing pretty good against status. I agree.
Just not the Mike special. So at least I know how I have to beat you.
Well, when you two fight off in playoffs, we'll see how that goes down.
He's going for his 2nd ring in a row.
Can't let him do that. Anyway, next up, we got Kyle, who traded Basculin to Manny for Sandslash.
Bro,
he got a
this
Sand Rush
fucking
right now?
Sandslash.
Yeah, this Sandslash has changed so many hands.
It got sniped from me in the last round, and now it's just getting traded around like the county whore.
The town bicycle, Mike.
And
keep it PG-13.
And nobody thought to hit me up. My own boy Manny was like, "Yeah."
He wanted Basculin. He wanted Basculin on his Sun team. I don't know. We'll get to Manny though. Sandslash obviously a threat with Sand Rush because you got like a Life Orb Sword Stance set and those EQs and, like, Stone
40 base speed, maybe 60.
It's like 55. So it's going to be faster than a lot of things. It's not going to be faster than like random Scarfer because I remember doing the calc for Arctozolt or something, I think it's like base 105 Scarf is faster. I don't take my word for it. Do the calc yourself, but that's the number I think I remember.
Don't put hazards up in front of Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's got great hazards. He's got...
No, great hazard removal.
He's got both.
Who's his setters?
Okay, T-Tar sets rocks. Chestnut sets spikes. Sandslash sets both. Doug Trio sets rocks. He's got...
I forgot that Sandslash gets spikes.
Yeah. Well, the typical Sandslash set is like spikes, rocks, knock, spin, or toxic.
Or like an earthquake, but yeah.
Yeah. Zapdos and Altaria, defoggers.
I like it. I like these changes.
Yeah, and I don't think Basculin was doing a ton for him when he already had Lapras. But I mean, Basculin's a great mon on its own, so who knows?
Right. Maybe he just wanted a good T-Bolt switch. Who knows?
Yeah. Well then, let's take a look at Manny's team. So, dropped Sandslash.
Where did Scrafty come from?
Scrafty came from last week. He traded with Dan last week.
I love this.
So, his only new mon is Basculin. Dropped Sandslash for it. I think for Manny's team, that's maybe a bit of a downgrade. Because he loses a secondary hazard setter. Because right now Torkoal's his only setter. And he's doubling up on a water type. And a water type that doesn't really want the sunset.
If I had to guess, Manny is just going for the records for most team changes in one season.
Well, this was his last
week. He has it by a long shot.
Well, so he still has 4 mons that he started the season with, which is honestly disappointing. You could do better, Manny. You could have traded away Berserker, Silvally, Regieleki, and Alcremie. Okay?
I'm fairly sure he's changed 11 mons. It's not,
no, he hasn't.
Completely original.
Oh, total? Okay.
Yes, total. Right. He's definitely has some originals, as you said, but like I think he's made 11 total changes.
We can count. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Almost there. Damn, we're 2 off from having the possible 11.
For me, it would be more impressive if he got a completely new team than week 1.
I agree. If he had a whole different team than week 1, I'd probably be in tears again after the explosion game.
The explosion
Look everything's on fire in the background. What more could you expect? Just like Manus' season. Oh.
Anyway,
Damn.
next up, Vangi. No, it's Tristan. My bad. Tristan. He made Xurkitree his Z captain, so he can Z hypnosis something.
Hey.
He's now going faster, and it's even scarier.
He should have made Infernape his co, and then not Boo. But I'm not Tristan, so
yeah, I can see that. Although what's the grass Z move? It's I forget the name.
Not Max Overgrowth, because that's the Dynamax move.
Well, anyway, a
Bloom
terrain Z grass is gonna hurt.
It's Bloom Doom.
Bloom Doom, yeah. Oh, such a good name. How could I forget?
The only reason I say that about the monkey is because you can run both physical and special, and be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. And if you pop a Z move, you don't necessarily reveal whether you're the physical or special
right? Right. But I mean, again, Tristan's doing well. I like the Z Hypnosis play. It's gold. What the hell more do you want? Because Xurkitree, as we talked about before, has no way to boost its own speed. Yep. So Z Hypnosis, and we're going fast, boys. And you might be asleep, or I'm gonna miss. Either way.
Either way, he's faster. The real money is when you catch a switch with the Z Hypnosis.
Oh, it's so tasty.
Yeah. So we're gonna see some wild Xurkitree stuff. That's on top of, like, he could potentially just run Z Electric and blow something up with 183 Gigavolt Havoc.
Easily.
Anyway.
Then the ground type comes in.
The last guy we got to talk about is Vangi, who made Lunarigus a Z captain.
He shouldn't be allowed to make changes.
Well, he's got
in Feeny, Ferrothorn, and Zardex.
He does have Z Memento now. So if you thought rocks were a good stopper to Charizard, think again.
I don't know what Z Memento and the rocks have to do with.
Well, I mean, he takes instead of taking like 50 the first time he comes in, he can potentially get healed up and be at.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. Right. Take the 50, go to full health, and now we're dancing, and now you're losing. Okay.
Well, the Z Memento heal comes first. So if you had already Mega'd and then Z Memento him later, he'll be at 75 instead of 50.
Okay.
And potentially heals up Flare Blitz damage.
Still don't think he should have been allowed to make changes.
I mean, he can also do a cheeky Z Poltergeist that's like 185 base power. That's going to hurt.
He gets a lot of Z moves that you probably wouldn't expect on Renarigus, honestly. But it's probably for the Z Memento plays.
Yeah, it's... When you see Renarigus as his main Z captain,
like,
you gotta think
slow pivot. Slow pivot where your mon gets healed. Like, what more do you want?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Explosion being pivot. Z Memento is pivot.
Man, if Z Explosion killed you and healed the mon that came in... Or, no, Z Explosion should just become early gen Explosion, where it halves your defense first.
That'd be crazy, but
it used to.
It actually just turns into a 200 base power normal move.
No, it's gotta half your defense. Get on your shit, Game Freak. First of all, bring back Z moves and Megas.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what Game Freak's doing?
Not even them.
Alright, so those are the changes. Let's look at how the Conference Cup is going. So, Mike, I'm sure you're very happy to see Hitmonchan Division. Big ol' 20, 6 ahead of the second place.
Go! Let's go!
Got a great lead ahead of Primeape.
Really do.
Breloom Division, not looking great. I was the only one who won, and it was +1. So I'm not coping.
It's okay.
Yeah. So it's basically just contention between Hitmonchan and Primeape, unless something wild happens. I mean, I suppose like my division could jump to +30 if we all got +6s. But yeah, that's a long shot.
I mean, it's not all locked up yet, but it's all but locked up that we won this one.
Yeah, Hitmonchan's looking pretty comfy at the top.
I mean, +5 out of 4 games, or +6 out of 4 games is very doable.
Well, that would be 4 +6s is what I was... Oh, I see what you're saying. So if you lose everything and then they get +7 total.
Right, like, that's doable.
Yeah, that is reasonable.
But we have Bick. Bick at the very least is gonna win.
Well, that does it for the Conference Cup. Time for the playoff picture. So, these are the standings according to who is currently in the running for the playoffs. So, clearly we got the top of the division leaders. Nijia, Jim, Vangi, Tristan, and you, Mike. You're all doing great. Top of your division. Then we got the wild cards. I'm the only 5-2 wild card. There's a lot of 4 and 3s.
There's 11 playoff spots and 2 records in the playoffs.
Yeah, very competitive season. You'll love to see it.
You're either 5-2 or 4-3. That's amazing.
You actually love to see it, though.
You really do. It's so aesthetically pleasing. Like if you and I were to switch places. Damn. Love it. Good job, guys. What a season.
Yeah, I am excited to see how this goes down because even the pluses are really close outside of Nijia, but the pluses are really close.
I love it. Like there's 3 people at plus 13. Come on now. Come on. What a season. That's just because everybody drafted monster teams.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot better at drafting. We've gotten a lot better at battling. Everyone has just gotten a big level up.
Hey.
Well, the last thing on the docket is the Commish Picks.
Still smoking you too.
Yeah, you are. But hey, I mean, some of that's off the back of I always pick my division and then my division hasn't been doing fantastic. That's not a cope, by the way.
Yeah, but I didn't pick Bick to win, and he didn't win, so I gave you that. Come on now.
Yeah, fair.
Or he did win, rather.
Well, first up, we got myself against Leibo. You know I'm picking myself. Although I will say, Mamo's a little bit of a problem for my team. I'll admit it.
Yeah, but then Manaphy.
Yeah, Manaphy.
And honestly, Mega Sable. And Cleffy over there. Maybe some if you can get, I don't know.
It's just that like all of my offensive threats get hit super hard by it, and that's a little spooky.
I'm gonna have to pick Leibo. I need the Conference Cup.
I respect it. I'm obviously picking myself. 1, I need the Conference Cup. 2, I gotta pick myself.
Plus, I'd love to see my whole division be 5-3.
I'll do my best to make sure that doesn't happen.
I mean, I plus either way because that just puts Leibo farther away from me. So come on.
All right, fair enough. Next match, also your division, Bick against Kyle.
Oh, God, I'm so torn.
Ooh.
I'm so torn.
Well, I'm noticing Mega Glalie does real well here.
I know why he picked up Sandslash.
Why?
Because Zero Aura and Cinderace want nothing to do with that boy.
All right. You know, very fair. And Bick's removal is not great. So if Sandslash just hazard stacks, that's a big issue.
What about Assault Vest T-Tar for your Glalie thing you said before?
I mean, it could be physical Glalie. And Glalie gets CC, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it gets CC.
Doublade? It does, actually, now you're talking about it. Damn, yeah, Glalie is going to do some things this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of Bick kind of keeping it healthy.
Right, and Bick definitely knows that, like, Glalie is the thing this week.
Yep. On the other hand, Kyle has absolutely absurd amounts of sustain and tankiness with, like, Chestnut, T-Tar, Zapdos, and like even Sandslash and Lapras. None of them are slouches when it comes to defense. And Doublade.
Yo, honestly, Life Orb PZ hits this whole goddamn team.
Ooh, yeah, actually. Like the only ghost is Decidueye, so...
It gets Flamethrower, I think.
Yeah, it gets Iron Head for Diancie.
Yeah,
no, I actually don't know. It does not get Flamethrower. Doublade gets like almost no coverage.
No, PZ.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got my wires crossed.
PZ still not get Flamethrower?
It might.
I'm looking it up. Something tells me it does because it's based off of Gen 1 Mon, and Gen 1 a bunch of stupid shit.
And Porygon is like the... I don't want to say amalgam Pokemon, but it's, it's some man-made machine Pokemon, so it would make sense if it just got everything.
Really racist.
Whoa, hey!
It's Polygon! Thank you!
Whoa, hey, you pointing out... Okay, well... We'll not get into politics here. Yeah, Peasy kind of pokes some holes. I guess it can't break Diancie, really.
It does not get Flamethrower. I was wrong.
Okay. So Escav can be a check to it, I suppose.
And
although, again, Escav doesn't like glancing blows.
No. But Decidueye does, because it gets roosted.
Oh, yeah. Decidueye... Honestly, Wall Decidueye looks pretty good here. It pretty much just has to worry about, like, a Hurricane from Zapdos or Sludge Bomb from G-Weezing.
Cheeky... I wonder who would win between, like, a bulky T-Tar and a bulky Decidueye.
Does Decidueye get CC?
Gets Leaf Blade. So I'm going based purely off single super effective between Crunch and Leaf Blade. I don't remember if it gets
T-Tar
CC
probably wins that.
I don't know. This is gonna be a good game.
Guess. Yeah, this is gonna be a good game. Whew. I'm gonna pick Bic though. But there's a lot of problems on Kyle's team for him, I think.
See, like, I want to pick Bic so my division does well, but, like, I need Bic to lose this week, so I'm picking Kyle.
Oh, the betrayal.
It's so that I can lose to Bic in the following week, if that makes you feel better.
And restore balance to the world.
And still be ahead of him. Let's go!
Well, this is going to be a really good game. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Next up, we got your match, Mike, against Dylan.
I'm picking myself.
Hell yeah. You honestly have great checks to Mega Medicham. You really do.
I wasn't even thinking about Mega Metasham checks. I don't really see them, so if you want to hit me up with those later, hit me up with those later.
Mandy, Metagross does pretty well.
That's a scary knock. Does Metacham not get knocked?
No, it does not get knockoff.
Let's go!
It gets Fire Punch, but Metagross is huge. You've got Tim on Arcanine. Alright, you know what? I won't build your team for you and spoil all your strats for Dylan, but you've got some good stuff.
I like how my team. I really like how my team goes up against Dylan's, like a lot, without giving too much away. I pretty much have a good idea of at least 3 of the mons I want to bring to this game.
Very nice, very nice.
I kind of want to bring Hitmonchan just because it's his boy, and I want him to lose at the other end of it. But my luck, Hitmonchan will die in 1 turn.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of competing for the AV with Eel, so.
Right.
Honestly, Kecleon doesn't look too bad against your team. Like AV Kecleon with like Sucker Punch, Knock, Drain Punch.
As somebody who's been drain punching with an Assault Vest, yeah, you ain't wrong.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I like your chances though, so I'm gonna pick you.
Yeah, I'm picking myself.
Mike and Mike. Thank you for always autofilling, Google.
Hey.
Next up, you got M1 against Dave. Alright, so Mega Manectric looks real good here.
As somebody who literally just Volt switched his way to victory against Dave, yes it does. And he has Mind Shell to help him not have a problem with Odd. And Mind Shell also getting a very, very good knockoff that'll be useful.
Yeah, and he's got Torn, like, all these things can threaten Donphan, which is the only thing stopping, like, Volt Switch to victory.
And honestly, like, I think he might be able to at least take a hit from Dragonite and kill it if it starts setting up on him. Now, if it's like a D-Dance into a weakness policy, maybe not, because plus 2.5.
I mean, Manectric doesn't exactly get many moves to hit Dragonite with. You don't have Hidden Power anymore.
Right, and I mean, the Thunderbolts are neutral, but you ain't gonna live the following Earthquake if he decides to dance.
Right.
So I think if M1 could play really well against specifically like Dragonite, I think he'll do well. He also can't let Gengar set up on him if it is a setup Gengar set, because like
a sub
Sulfur
would be a big
Serena is
problem.
not saving him there.
No, I don't think so. Steelix kind of does pretty well against Gengar, I think.
If it's
just
like
because
a
it's
Z move
sturdy.
nasty plot. Oh, sturdy though,
Yeah.
yeah. Sturdy would help.
Dave doesn't have great hazards. It's pretty much just Donphan. And if Donphan, who is also like one of the only... Oh, okay, he's got 3 removal mons with Corv and Rotom and Donphan.
I mean, what's stopping M1 from just slamming buttons with Salazzle? Like, cool, Corviknight comes in and eats the Sludge Wave and then has no fun with the Flamethrower. Like, if this is an offensive Salazzle, I think it would really well.
Yeah, offensive Salazzle looks really good. Oh.
Like, Spec Salazzle, I don't even think Gengar wants to take many of those Slug Waves.
I mean, it quad resists, but it doesn't want the... It's still slower and doesn't want the follow-up Fire Blast.
Well, if you're Specs, but yes.
Yeah. Also, Salazzle can just, like, Toxic Gengar, so... And Toxic Corviknight.
And it can't get Toxic by the Magic Bounce, so
Correct.
You got that going for you, which is nice. Audino gets Earthquake, so I wouldn't be surprised if Dave has
I think
a cheeky
it's Stomping
Earthquake.
Tantrum.
You're right, that's what it gets. It gets Stomping Tantrum. Yes, it doesn't get EQ. But still, like, that's probably going to just shred Celeste.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
And after watching Audino take, like, 44 from a Sludge Wave from Nidoking, I expect the roll to be about the same from Salazzle.
Yeah, although Dave might run into the issue where Audino is tasked with doing too much this game.
Again? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give it to M1 here. I think he has the better team, and if he continues playing at how he was playing, yeah.
I, however, have to give it to Dave because he's in my division, and I will not back down from the principled approach of always picking my division.
Hey,
so I'm picking Dave.
But you know what? M1's in my division, so...
All that being said, if Dave does get off like a Sword Stance on Absol and just starts slamming Sucker Punches, and then he gets like Play Rough for Mienshao, it starts to look really scary.
Yeah,
because you can only int him so many times with Manectric.
Magic Bounce doesn't bounce back the Intim. I learned that.
No, it does not.
So yeah. And honestly, if Dave beats M1, M1 could kiss his playoffs goodbye.
That's true.
His plus is not high enough where he should feel comfortable with a 5-4.
Yeah, I imagine there's gonna be... Well, it's so tough to call because everyone is so close, but with everyone being so close, I imagine 1, 4, and 5 could make it.
Could, yes, but I was saying if I don't know.
Got not a great plus, so he's
right at 5-4. Like if he wins one, loses one, that's just not looking ideal for him.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that does our analysis of that match. Next game, we got Jim against Dan.
Jim.
All right.
You ready to watch Archeops just fucking do it again? Because I am.
Well, I mean, Archeops doesn't really solve Registeel. It doesn't really solve P2.
Doesn't solve P2, you're right. Although it does get knockoff.
EQ does not solve Registeel. Mike, you should know that better than anybody.
You're right, but I wanted to dream. Because the Iron Head that's coming, if he has Iron Head, will murder you or Body Press. But like...
Okay, let's take a look at Dan's pickups this week. Sharpedo and Drifblim. Can they do some nasty work?
Drifblim has some fun with if it is a Calm Mind, it doesn't get Air Slash, it gets Air Cutter as its flying stab move. If it is a Calm Mind Shadow Ball Air Cutter, yeah, it can. Heatran gets out of the way, and I feel like he can just go off if it's like an Unburdened kit with Strength Sap.
Okay, honestly, Sharpedo does look really good here. Let's be real. Sharpedo looks great.
Speed boosted liquidations and those crunches?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean...
And then it even gets like It gets Ice Beam. I don't think it gets D-Gleam. It gets random special coverage.
Yeah, but I don't think random special coverage is enough
it's gonna cut it.
for the picture boy there.
Like, it
Como.
seems like Persian and Spiritomb are the only things that are really gonna get in the way. Like, okay, Shaman too.
But also,
Well, Krogunk. Oh, he gets Psychic Fangs though.
this is a double-ended question. Will Jim's offense be able to break through Dan's defense? And will Dan's defense be able to whittle Jim down so his offense could do it?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well,
like, Jim has a lot of good answers to Mega Venusaur in particular. He has Starmie hitting Z Psychic.
Yeah, Starmie can hit Psychic. Heatran, well, Heatran doesn't do so great. Archeops does a ton.
Yeah. I mean, Galarian boy over there does well. Even the banded Poltergeist is probably gonna.
Yeah, like Sharpedo, I highly doubt Sharpedo's killing Spiritomb in a single hit. And
No.
I would be shocked if it lives a Poltergeist, because it is tiny. Sharpedo is.
I don't know if me personally. I mean, I'd run the calc in that situation.
I imagine it does like 60.
But calculus, I'm probably hitting Willow if I have it in that situation, just to completely stop Sharpedo.
You know what, you're right. That's much better than just slamming a Polter.
Just because, like, if you don't kill it and it does like crit you or something bad, like Sharpedo getting faster every turn is.
Ooh, something else. Webs are kind of an issue for Jim, and if Jim needs to spend slots on like Rapid Spin for Starmie or for Fortress, he can kind of get himself behind the 8-ball a little bit. But I like Webs here a lot from Dan.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I mean,
like, it gets Mega Venusaur comfortably faster than like all the offensive threats. You don't want to be going after Registeel P2, that's for sure. Especially not Victini.
I think this one might come down to the straight battler, and I think Jim has it. I don't think Dan's having that great of a season. I think Jim is just in the zone. I think Jim's going to take this.
Well, I'm going to pick Dan because Division Bros. I also think Dan has some stuff for Jim. This is not like an easy on paper win for Jim.
Oh no, definitely not an easy win.
Well then, with that, next Conference Cup match. Nijia against James. I did forget to mention, this is the Conference Cup week. All of the matches we're covering are Conference Cups.
Yeah, it's the Conference Cup week.
Back to the issue.
Nijia.
Nijia against James.
Just Nijia.
Yeah, I agree. Nijia's team looks so good against James.
Greninja could almost do it himself.
That was the issue I ran into in my first game against Nijia, is that I really had nothing that could just switch into Greninja. Like, the best I had was like a Choppleberry Snorlax, but even then Snorlax doesn't, if you're trying to trick somebody with a berry, you gotta have to not get chipped.
And then whatever Greninja doesn't, Raikou does.
Pretty much. I mean, there's no ground type. Well, okay, Sandaconda is a ground type, but Sandaconda doesn't like the Scald. And Gliscor is just free every time to slam a Toxic. Or something.
Yeah, I think Nijia pretty handily has this unless James pulls out some James bullshit.
I mean, James bullshit wins sometimes, though.
So. Oh, James bullshit wins a lot, but I think Nijia his team is so good. I don't think James can get around all of it with his mismatched somehow team.
Yeah, James is gonna have a rough time, but he's a creative guy. He'll come up with stuff. I do still say Nijia, though.
Yeah.
Next match. Who do we have next? We got Jack and LCD, the PCLL match. And they're Smash Buddies.
Yep, they're Smash Buddies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they play Smash together.
Right, that's exactly what that means.
Don't act weird.
So I piloted Jack's team this week.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough. Sheedge's team specifically, like, just maybe matched better against it, even though I still pulled the win out. I don't know. I was very worried in the team builder with Jack's team. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, okay, so LCD has some great checks to Mawile. He's got the Intim on Lando. He's got a potential Glare on Serp.
Yeah.
Mawile can't... Okay, no, Mawile can hit, like, knockoff against Jirachi. Like, Altaria gets, like, Fire Blast or even, like, a Perish Trap.
Magmortar does Magmortar things.
Yeah, Magmortar is big and...
Even Stunk Tank, bro. Gets Fire Blast.
It does get Fire Blast. I mean, Rotom can Willow, probably eats one of anything.
But the thing with Mawile, right? You're either hitting Sucker or you're taking a move. That's it. Those are your options. Pray you live and murder what's ever in front of you, or hit Sucker and hope it's...
Yeah, when we see Mawile go off, it's really because, you know, you get a hard read on a switch and you've got a Swords Dance or you're behind a sub or something, and then the wheels just come off. And with the way LCD has been playing his team, where he is heavy pivot and, like, heavy general bulk, I don't see Mawile really doing it this match.
I will say that with LCD's heavy pivot, Jack has a lot of mons that hit really hard. So, like, you don't want to pivot into it. It's taken too, like, Tauros? Sheer Force Tauros is a monster.
Guts Heracross is a monster.
It is a monster. Even Kingler with Sheer Force, getting the agility off.
Yeah. And, like, Noivern, if it's pre-Mega Altaria, can just kind of slam Dracos for free. 130 base power stab.
Jirachi.
That's true. Jirachi. But then you're faster and you can turn out and...
Yeah, and you do have access to Flamethrower. Noivern is one of the few Noivern's calcs are so weird. It calcs very weird.
What do you mean?
Because I can't remember what its special attack and speed is. But
97 special attack and 123 speed.
That's what I mean. 97 special attack is such a weird number where, like... I remember I didn't run a lot of calcs for Jack's game, but, like, I pretty much needed to specs hit something to kill it. Although I did trick the specs onto something during that game. But Noivern, he hits hard, but it's, like, awkwardly hard.
Well, he's got the high base power stab moves with Draco and Hurricane, but then, like, Flamethrower is non-stab and lower base power, so it's going to seem a lot less impressive by comparison, is probably why you feel it's weird.
You know who looks like absolute garbage in this game?
Kingler.
Rillaboom.
Rillaboom?
Rillaboom is doing nothing in this match.
I don't know. It gets knockoff for Jirachi. I mean, it threatens Rotom out every single time. It can potentially Acrobatics, Serp, or Breloom.
The Acrobatics would be cheeky and useful. That I do agree with. If it can get, like, a Swords Dance off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really hitting, like, Lando or Altaria or Skuntank, so I see what you mean.
And I don't know how many Grassy Glides Magmortar quite wants to deal with, but, like...
Yeah.
Although I don't know how many Fire Blast Rillaboom wants.
Yeah. Ooh, this is
my favorite part of his team, honestly, was learning how fat Yuxi is. Yuxi, for argument purposes alone, is fatter than Registeel. 130 in one of its defenses. I want to say 120 in the other with 80 base HP.
I think it's 130 in both defenses and 95 base HP, and Registeel is 80 HP and 150 in both defenses.
It's arguably bulkier.
Yeah, I mean, it's a close call, but Uxie, you cannot sleep on the bulky Psychics. Psychic is like a deceptively strong tanky type. Like, Cress is disgusting tank. Reuniclus is a disgusting tank. Uxie, disgusting tank.
Uxie gets so many moves.
Yeah, like
so many moves.
It gets Memento, Rocks, U-turn.
Yeah, it gets Yawn. I didn't when I ran it this week. It was Stealth Rock, Flamethrower, T-Bolt, and U-turn. And I almost ran Trick Room for specifically Mawile in the room.
Ooh, dude. Trick Room Mawile. Ooh.
I hope I didn't just blow Jack's spot up, but yeah. He has the option to hit Trick Room. It just kind of scared me because the rest of his team's cast.
Well...
Noivern, the Suicune build I ran was speed. Tauros is not slow. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and I don't think... Ooh. Serp doesn't have a great matchup here, but if you don't bring Serp, how do you deal with Suicune? Because, like, let's look at what Jack has. He has
Steam
Infiltrator
Bomb.
on Noivern. He's got, like, Fire Blast with Moltres.
And Rotom. Wait a second. I mean, Calm Mind Suicune ain't fucking around and will murder Rotom, but, like, early game Rotom can fucks with Suicune, even if it gets, like, a cheeky trick onto it and tricks, like, a Scarf onto it or tricks the specs. Like, cool, now you're Calm Mind locked.
Yeah, that's fair, but... Oh, man. If Rotom's your only check to it, that's not the position I want to be in. You know what I mean?
Yo, tricking the lagging tail onto it would be super useful. Now you're going last. Now I'm just hitting you. I think...
I think I'm going to go with Jack.
This is a hard one.
It is. It
like,
is hard.
No team has, like, the definitive better. I think I'm going to have to pick Jack.
All right. We agree once more.
I do like Tauros in that game a lot. This week made me really like Tauros.
This is going to be a close one. Like these.
I agree.
Ooh. Anyway, let's not belabor the point too much longer. Next match, Tristan against Manny. Okay.
I'm picking Tristan. I don't think Manny can do it. It's not even look at the teams. I just what stops outside of Venus? Oh, never mind.
Here's the thing. We know what Tristan's game plan is going to be against Manny. He's going to run Prankster Tailwind, right? And then what deals with Infernape? Right?
Oh god, Infernape in the sun is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Is absolutely terrifying. Yeah.
Tristan kind of just has Sun Venusaur dead to rights on paper. Now, the way stuff works out in game isn't always how we perceive it on paper. However, Tristan we've seen this Tailwind strategy that Tristan has used many times to great success. And it really seems like he could do the same strategy against Manny.
Wait. He doesn't even need that. Do you see the Galarian Slowbro right there?
Yeah.
A Saltfest Galarian Slowbro takes
true.
maybe 30% from the Earth Power. Maybe.
Well, if you get called out on an Earth Power, I don't really think it's like Psychic's gonna cut it, because Venusaur has like 100 SpDef and 80 HP. Because I remember like thinking about running a Rain Dance Manaphy against Manny, and like Psychic was like doing barely over half to Venusaur, so it's like, well, I'm just dead.
Or even if you ran Protect on both Mola and Regigigas.
Yeah. Like he has got easy ways to wait out the sun. Even just rest on Dusclops, that wastes sun turns. I have to agree that I think Tristan is kind of gonna smoke Manny.
I don't think he's gonna smoke him because he has to be really careful. Because while Infernape messes up Sun Venusaur pretty much has his way with a good amount of Tristan's team. I mean, Bulu doesn't want to be there. Mega Gyarados doesn't want to be there. Magneton doesn't have anything to hit back. I think it might survive the Weather Ball with an Evolite and a full special defense spread, and that's a little risk.
Honestly, if Tristan was going to think of Magneton as a check to Venusaur, I would run Sturdy and then Steel Beam. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Okay. But, like, it can get really out of hand for Tristan fast if he plays a little loose.
Yeah, that's true. I still think Tristan is, way too good of a battler to let something like that go off, though.
I think he's going to look at this as, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Mitch round 2. This time it's the Sun.
Yeah.
Like, he can probably bring pretty much the same team, just change out some moves.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Are you saying Tristan?
I am.
All right. That's 2 for Tristan. Next match, we've got Sheedge against Vangi, another PCLL face-off. And we've got the huge, disgusting Tank Core and
Vangi.
Fire, Water, Grass, Dragon Fairy, Steel Core from Vangi up against Sheedge's Hyper Offense. Now,
I don't see Sheedge reliably stopping Zard. Outside of putting screens up and hoping to God his Mons live.
well, I mean, Excadrill, if it's Scarfed or if he gets the initiative, can do some dirty, dirty damage to this team.
I have a feeling that Ferrothorn is going to live a Heat Wave it shouldn't live and murder Pidgeot. I don't know why I have that feeling. I'm feeling it. Although is Hurricane the better play there?
If
no,
you really
it's quad super effective.
Well, I mean, it's tough. If you are trying to hard read the Akaberry, then Hurricane is probably the better first choice.
I hope we see Ferroseed Thorn this game.
I don't think Ferroseed really comes. Like, what does Ferroseed check? Like, maybe Reuniclus or Runerigus, but...
Feeny. Lantern. Xatu. Kamala. Pikachu. Even Pass has no fun taking those those Iron Barb chips.
That's true. Yeah, okay, Ferroseed actually is decent here.
And
then you can potentially, like, Gyro Ball Weavile back after a knock.
Okay, look at Weavile. Weavile hitting knock?
Yeah,
almost free.
Weavile kind of has its way with Sheedge's team.
Hear me out here. Turn 1, Swords Dance. Turn 2, end the game. What gets in the way of it? Just knocking off, hitting low kick for the... Wait, Cloudster's pure water, not water dark. Never mind. So just hitting knockoff. Knockoff hits almost this whole team really hard.
Seismitoad probably lives one.
That's
I don't
true.
think Weavile can hit Seismitoad for super effective. However,
I think you're right.
Like, you never want to be staring down a +2 Weavile.
No. As somebody who had Weavile, no you don't. It calcs really good.
Yeah, and that's all of that is to say we haven't even touched on that Sheedge doesn't have fantastic recover and Vangi has decent recover with, like, Ferrothorn. We've seen him put it to great use. The Z Memento.
Yeah.
Feeny, if you don't run Misty Terrain, can run Rest. Or even just Draining Kiss. We've seen him run Draining Kiss.
Bro, Ferrothorn, picture this, right? You got Ferrothorn down, it's at like 16% health. You're like, cool, I can kill that if it comes back in. Z Memento, Ferrothorn, full health.
Yeah, that's no fun. I'm gonna give it to Vangi.
100%. Sorry, Sheedge. Vangi's team is scurry. Scarf Primeape. Outside of... No, because it gets Gunk Shot. Scarf Primeape might actually be really good this week. Or Banded, because it's quick. Primeape might actually be a really good bring. 95's a good speed.
That's true. It's that's a speed tie with Feeny, though.
Okay. But, like...
Well, although Runerigus just comes in every time, though, because I don't think it gets knock.
I'm Googling it. I need to know.
Although, hang on. If you think Masquerain is coming, Primeape is a fantastic bring.
Oh, God.
Because you get that Defiant on the webs every single time.
Yes, sir. That's so good. All right, hold on. And off the Intimidate, by the way. I thought it was from the Intimidate, not from the webs. Funny that's where we went.
Both.
I'm not seeing knockoffs open. It's Payback?
Payback is like 50 base power, though, isn't it?
It's Night Slash?
Yeah, okay. But then you lose Defiant.
Do you?
If you hit Night Slash against Runerigus, yeah.
Yeah.
Wandering
That's
Spirit,
about it.
yo.
That's about it.
Dude.
Well.
No. You switch in Primeape on the Memento.
Yes!
You thought I was going to be -2? Nope, I'm +2.
Let's go. Oh.
Yeah, I think Vangi's team, though, overall is so much more solid.
I agree.
Even though I love Sheedge's hyper offense.
It's been really good for him.
Yeah. Last match, though, we have to cover is Hunter against Mitch.
Fuck, I can't pick either of them.
Yeah, you can't pick Mitch because you can never
I'm
pick
picking
Mitch.
Hunter.
And Hunter's not having a great season. I do
Hunter.
think Hunter's got it.
God damn it. Mitch is Hunter in his last 2 weeks.
Bleh.
Rude. I'm still picking Hunter. Mitch has Down syndrome. No, that's mean to people with Down syndrome.
I mean, Hunter does deal with Zolt pretty well. He's got Buzzwole, who is absolutely gigantic. He's got Accelerock.
He's got Motor Drive.
He's got Motor Drive.
Bro, move Motor Drive. Let's fucking go.
No, Hunter actually has some good stuff for Hail Zolt.
Freeze Dry is going to murder Gastrodon.
Yeah, Freeze Dry is going to murder Gastrodon.
I wonder if Scarfini is faster. Or Scarf Lele.
No, it's 95 speed.
Okay.
Unless
Accelerock is faster.
Accelerock is super fast.
Bandit Accelerock looks real fucking good here.
Yeah, I mean, Accelerock is pretty much just for like Zolt and who's Ninetales, A9Tails.
And neutral on Gligar? Ground resist rock?
Yeah, it does, but like Gligar's fat.
Yeah. I'm still picking Hunter.
Yeah, I'm picking Hunter as well.
I hope he gets the webs out. I hope they both get the webs out.
Yeah, I mean, Mitch has been running webs every week, so he
really
might
has.
have
even
Hunter's
against the guy that had 4 Mons unaffected by it.
Although, G-Mime, or Mr. Rhyme has the spin, and
it does.
Like, Mitch has not brought Hunter at all. So, yeah, Hunter with like a scarf and then throwing out the webs.
I'm sorry, Caparasha is heavy slamming G-Mime into next year.
Yeah, but I just mean about the rapid spin getting rid of webs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. Mitch plays really dumb, so I'm giving it to Hunter. Yeah. I hope Hunter pulls out the Dragon Dance automatized Steelix bullshit this week.
Hey, this, if any week, is the week Hunter can be running Ruiner.
100%. I might message Hunter and see if he wants me to battle for him.
Well, with that, then we have finished the Commish Picks. We've talked about the playoff picture. We've talked about how close it is. We've talked about how you guys are dominating the Conference Cup. We talked about how King of the Kill is close. There's only one question for this week, Week 8, left unanswered. And that is this week, the Conference Cup week, the most important week of the season?
No, what am I talking about? Of course it's the most important week of the season. Of course it's the most important week. It's the Conference Cup week. It's the week where y'all get to see me have a top 4 draft pick and take Dragapult from Pick again just so he can't have it.
Well, hey, depending on how the dice fall, he might pick before you. He is in your division.
I got a +6 for us this week.
That's true.
Although I also got a whopping 0 for I think in the first Conference Cup week. So, but really, outside of me being selfish, thinking of myself, playoff spots on the line this week. Lots of people, myself included, need to win this week to hope to keep their playoff dreams alive. This is where it's down to the wire. Everybody is going to be sweating. They're going to be in the lab. This is it, boys. This is week 9. Get ready. Week 10. Week 9? Week 10?
Week 8? Week 8. It's week 8.
No, this is week 8.
This is week
inside
8.
the PFL, but we're going into week 9.
No, we're going into week 8.
What?
I'm 5-2 right now. Wait, no.
Then there's
we are going to week 9.
It's a bye. Yeah, okay.
This is the bye
I'm
week,
not drunk. It's week 9. Okay. Don't. I confuse myself. Okay.
You know what? Numbers are difficult sometimes.
They really are.
But speaking of the draft spots on the line, this is actually the most important week for next season as well.
It's the most important week of next season.
And with that,
let's go.
Thank you everybody for watching. This has been Inside the PFL, week something.
Week something.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.